Imagine a distant alien planet. You're alone. The landscape is strange. You don't know which direction leads to safety. You could wander for hours, maybe even days. Or you could ask for help from someone who's been here before. It's a moment many students face in online college. The assignment feels alien. The tech looks unfamiliar, and the silence seems to stretch endlessly. Asking for help can feel like weakness, but really, it's survival. Asking the right question at the right time can save you hours of frustration and help you build stronger connections with your instructors and your classmates. So today, we're counting down the top 10 communication strategies to ask for help the right way. We'll look at why it feels so hard, when to know it's time to ask, who to go to, and how to frame your questions so you get better answers faster. This is the way. Welcome to Study With Me. I'm Loy from GCC's online learning team, and this is episode 6, The Art of Asking. If you find these sessions helpful, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and drop a like on your favorite videos so we know what you're really looking for. So, let's get practical with asking for help. I pulled together a top 10 list, BuzzFeed style. Think of it as a roadmap. 10 simple shifts in thinking that can turn an awkward situation into a powerful tool for learning. And with that, let's start with number 10. Number 10, don't stay silent. Ask. So many students wait until the course is on fire before they reach out. And I get it. Asking can feel like admitting you're behind, or maybe you feel like you should already know the answer. But silence just lets small problems snowball into big problems. The truth is, asking early shows commitment and fortitude. It tells your instructor that you're paying attention, that you care about the work, and that you want to do it right. And often, the earlier you ask, the faster and easier the fix. So a better way to phrase it might be, hey, I'm starting this assignment and I want to make sure I'm on track. Can you check my approach? That one question can save you hours of spinning your wheels and start building a relationship with your professor. Number 9. Here's a question you should never ask. When is this due? Due dates, assignment details, reading lists, those things are always posted somewhere. Your first step should always be to look. Look in the syllabus, the course schedule, the announcements, or even the course calendar. All of those things can almost always be found in Brightspace. That way you're not asking your instructor to repeat information that you already had access to. And the beauty of Brightspace is that that information is available 24/7, 365. Is it 3 a.m. on a Saturday? Sure. You can still look up and see when it's due. Now, once you've checked those sources, your question changes. You're not asking, when is this due? You're asking, hey, I saw the due date in the syllabus is Sunday night, but on Brightspace is listed as Saturday night. Can you tell me which one is right? Or you can say, I checked the syllabus, but I couldn't find the due date for this week's discussion. Can you tell me where it's listed? You see the difference. You've already done the legwork. Your instructor now sees you as someone who takes initiative. That's the kind of student professors love to help. Number 8. You've got to narrow down the I don't get it. I don't get it is the question equivalent of just throwing your hands up in the air. It doesn't give an instructor or a tutor or a support professional anything to work with. And honestly, it makes the problem feel bigger than it really is. So what works better is zooming in on the point where you got lost. Did you understand the reading up until page 3? Did you follow the example in class until you got to step 4? Did the formula make sense until the variables flipped? What was the last thing you clearly understood before the words started swimming in circles? The more specific you are, the faster someone can meet you right at that point and help. So instead of, I don't get it, try something like, well, I followed the first steps, but I'm stuck on this part. Can you walk me through it? That question shows you put in effort, and you just need a bridge to get from what you already understand to the next step. That's exactly the kind of help your instructor is ready to give. All right, number 7. Let me tell you, this is the worst question ever in the history of college, ever. Question. I missed class on Tuesday. Did I miss anything important? Your instructor right now is having a full body cringe just listening to those words, because the answer is always yes. College isn't like your K through 12, your high school experience. In high school, you have to be there from 7:30 in the morning till middle of the afternoon, whether there's something to learn or not. It's about time spent in a seat. In college, it's about content. If there wasn't enough content for a class session, your instructor wouldn't have class. College instructors can and do say things like, hey, everybody's ahead, so we're going to end early today. Every minute of college instruction is there for a reason. So a better approach is to assume the content is important and show that you've taken steps to catch up. That means checking in Brightspace, looking at the slides, reading the posted notes, maybe asking a classmate before you go to your instructor. So instead of, did I miss anything important? Try, hey, I reviewed the slides from Tuesday's class, but I'm still confused about the example on slide number 7. Could you walk me through it? Now that question signals that you respect both your instructor's time and your own learning, and it opens the door for targeted help. Example number 6. Here's another question that goes nowhere fast. Can you fix this? Yeah. One of the quickest ways to make an instructor let out a heavy sigh is just to drop something on their desk and ask if they can fix it. Well, yeah, of course they can fix it. They're the instructor. But that turns help into a handoff. It's like you're asking them to do the work for you. And that's not what college is about. Help works best when it's a partnership. Your part is to show the effort you've already made. Their part is to guide you to the next step. Even if what you tried didn't work, showing it to your instructor makes a huge difference. It proves that you've been engaged in the process. You just need a little course correction. So here's the question you should ask. I tried A and I tried B, but it didn't work. What should I try next? What am I doing wrong? That way you're not handing off a problem. You're inviting somebody to problem solve with you. And that's the kind of help that instructors and tutors are eager to give. Number 5. I don't understand why I didn't get an A. Okay. Grade complaints, they're exhausting. So here's a dose of reality. You don't get the grade you want. In college, you're going to get the grade you earn. We don't start you at 100 and take points off for this or points off for that. Nope. Grading starts at 0. You build up your points by demonstrating what you know. Effort matters, but what's graded is the evidence of true learning. So that's why grade whining doesn't usually move the conversation forward. The better question is about what you can do next. If your grade is a snapshot, a picture in time, the relationship you build across the entire semester lasts longer and matters more. And you'll find that relationship in the assignment feedback. So the number isn't usually as important as what accompanies it. All the suggestions from your instructor of how you can do better next time. So, here's the question you ask. I read your feedback. Can you explain a little bit better how I can improve next time? What specifically should I look at? It shifts the focus from complaining to growing. It shows your instructor that you care about your progress, not just your points. That's a conversation that's worth having. Number 4, how does this connect to what I'll be doing in my career? Oh, that's a lovely question. Best question you could ask. Well, maybe not the best, but one of the best. It's because it's easy to get locked into points, percentages, letter grades. But college isn't just about scoring well on assignments. The bigger picture is the skills you're building for your future. So instead of looking at, how many points is this worth, or will this be on the test, try leaning into the long game. What kind of careers are using this skill? That one shift, it does 3 things. So it shows your instructor that you care about learning beyond the gradebook. Second, it grounds your learning in practical application, and that makes the content stick. It makes it easier for you to remember it, because learning connects better when it's meaningful, when you can picture how it's going to show up in real life. And third, it opens the door for instructors and career coaches to share real-world connections that you might not see in the moment. Your professor may know the perfect career for you, and it may be one that you've never heard of. But when you ask, how does this connect to a career? You're going to learn about it. And you're showing that you're going to take what you learn here and use it out there. Here's another great question. I'm not sure if this is for you or for tech support. Can you point me to the right place? Oh, I'm so happy when you ask that question. College has a lot of moving parts. It's not always obvious who handles what. Sometimes your instructor is the right person to ask. Sometimes it's a tutor. Sometimes it's tech support. Sometimes it's a success coach. Sometimes it's student accounts. Sometimes it's another office entirely. So instead of throwing out a vague, who should I ask? That puts the burden back on the other person. Frame your question with some context. I'm not sure if this is for you or my advisor. Can you point me to the right place? It shows you've at least thought about where the issue belongs, even if you're not totally sure. And nobody's going to make fun of you for that question. A little bit of framing, it saves time. It shows you're not just asking for help, you're asking for true direction. And the clearer you are about where you've already looked, the faster someone can point you to the resource that will actually solve the problem. Strategy number 2. Thanks for your help last time. I really appreciated it. I have seen people ask, is it okay if I write to my professor and tell him how much I enjoyed the class? Oh, yes! Yes, it is okay. Not every question has to be about points or assignments or careers. Sometimes the best way to build a relationship with your instructor is simply to acknowledge that they're human too. Teaching can feel like a one-way street where instructors pour out guidance, not always knowing if it lands, especially in online classes when the instructor can't see you. So a quick follow-up. Hey, thanks for your help last time. That really cleared things up. It goes a long, long way. You're showing that the instructor's effort mattered, building mutual respect. Now, that doesn't mean you have to check in constantly or send updates on every step, But it's okay to connect with your instructor in a genuine human way. It reminds your instructor that the partnership is working, and it makes it easier for you to ask the next question when that time comes and you're stuck. And the number one tip for asking questions and getting good answers is to reframe your thinking. Don't think that asking is weakness. Remember, it's strength. It's a survival skill. For online students, asking often means putting your questions in writing, and that can feel super scary. There's a certain vulnerability in admitting on paper, hey, I don't know. But that vulnerability is exactly where learning starts. The smartest students aren't the ones with all the answers. They're the ones who know how to find help and use it well and keep going. Think about the best tutors or group project members or classmates that you've ever worked with. They're not usually the straight A students who breezed through everything. More often, they're the B students, ones who struggled, who asked for help, who formed study groups, who learned how to overcome obstacles with support. So, ask. Try something like, well, here's what I understand so far. Can you help me fill in the gaps? You show effort, you invite partnership, and you reframe asking as a mark of strength, not weakness. Hey, I got this much. Help me with the next spot. And that's the big picture. Asking early, asking clearly, asking with respect, and asking with curiosity. Because each question can build your confidence and strengthen your connections and keep you moving forward. This is the way. So that brings us to the end of our top 10 list of communication strategies and the end of episode 6, The Art of Asking. Now that you know how to ask the right questions, the next step is making contact. Start with your instructors using whatever method they've outlined in their syllabus. Remember, that might be different for different instructors. Some of them want you to call, some of them want you to email, some of them want you to message through Brightspace. Whatever way they want you to ask, use the method they've suggested. Then, for extra support, connect with learning specialists, success coaches, and even tutors through Who's Next. You can find Who's Next in MyGCC. Open up that student page. Right in the middle, there's a button that says Make an Appointment. You can make an appointment with almost anyone on campus. If you're looking for a tutor, you're looking for the Learning Center. And remember, you can always jump into the Community Hub inside the Success course for GCC students. You can ask questions and share with other students there on any course or even no course at all. Hey, I got this question about the college. Does anybody have an answer? You can ask that in the Community Hub. That's what it's there for. You can also give us feedback on these episodes. So if you've enjoyed this episode tonight, please let us know. If you have questions, please ask them. Jump into Brightspace, click on that Success course for GCC students, and from the menu bar, click on Activities and then Discussions to come right to our Community Hub. Now, if you're a GCC student, you can join us at Zoom at 7:30, where I'll be answering questions one-on-one. You'll find that link in Brightspace. I'm Loy from the Online Learning Team, and thanks for listening to Study With Me. This has been Episode 6, The Art of Asking. Please do the subscribe and like things so I know you're out there. And until then, keep taking those small steps forward. Remember, progress, not perfection.